So I'm in the test place, and just behold the ultimate no recoil setup you've ever witnessed. Dude, just look at that. That is crazy. This is like the no recoil setups of all no recoil setups. So obviously there's been a lot of like new changes in the test place. I'm sure you've seen them in the past like 3 days. And one of these is the F88T, otherwise known as the AUG H-bar with the 22LR conversion. So what is this? Okay, basically the 22LR conversion is just the magic behind all this. It basically kills your damage, right? You have 31 to 23, and now you have 22 to 12. 12 damage for an LMG. It also brings down everything else, like you get no suppression, you get less penetration, you get less muzzle velocity, all that. You also get less bullets, so you have 20 instead of 30. So you're basically like maxing out your accuracy, but you lose everything else, like literally everything else. If you're just a guy who just wants a no recoil setup no matter what, like this is your gun. Like no matter what it costs, you're gonna get your no recoil setup. This is it. And then there's a couple other components to this setup. So the first one is the closed bolt conversion. Basically all it does is it decreases your fire rate, but it gives you better accuracy and, you know, less recoil. It's not really mandatory. Like with the 22LR conversion just by itself, like it's still just godly in terms of no recoil, but this just makes it even more like absurd. And I gotta say, 20 bullets is not very ideal. I mean, that's like nothing. It's basically enough for like one person every mag. Combine that with the fact that like your damage is much lower. Honestly, there's no reason that I would call it overpowered or anything. When people suggested I make a video on this, people were like, oh, you should try out the F88T. It's like broken. It doesn't feel broken to me. It feels kind of normal. Like this is kind of sort of just a balanced gun. It's really cool because I don't know. It's fun to use it. However, it's just, there's so many downsides that I just find it to be a little bit comical. And then I just have a stubby grip and a T-brake. I'm not sure if those are the exact ideal, you know, under barrel and barrel, but they seem to be. So yeah, and then I also have the DCL on it just because, I mean, this is basically the best scope if you want to have like a no recoil setup. The DCL is like your go-to. So yeah, I don't think they were over there. I think I was trying to spawn trap that side for like a couple minutes without realizing they don't spawn over there. So I'm pretty sure they're over here. But yeah, also, I just want to clarify that like we are in the test place, so I'm not exactly sure if all of this is going to be final. Like this might not even make it into the main game. It might. I think it actually has a good chance. And I don't know. I thought it was cool because we've seen no recoil setups in Phantom Forces. We've seen them all the time. But have we ever seen something like this? I don't think so. Like recoil for this gun is just not in the picture. It just doesn't have it. Like for this specific gun, they should just remove the stat. Like it shouldn't be there because it doesn't exist. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are really excited for this update because it's basically the first content update we've had in like a really long time. I don't know what you want to define as really long, but it feels like in terms of like Phantom Force, because we've only had content updates for like the past 2 years, right? They've been really working on the framing is what I've been told, and they really haven't had time to like introduce new content until just now. So that's cool. Like we get some like material changes and stuff. There's a lot of sniper changes in the test place that I also want to talk about in probably like tomorrow's video or something. I don't know. I just want to talk about that because there's a lot of changes. I mean, just there's changes to everything, but because the snipers are like important to me, I just want to cover that. But yeah, for now, we're just going to look at this AUG or the F88T. Apparently, it's like an Australian training rifle or something like that. Someone in the comments will know. Also, there's that glitch where you don't spawn in the direction you're like looking. I hope they fix that. But yeah, I also want to slap on a different scope for this. I want to try on the Malcolm 3 times just to see if it's any good. This sight's good and all for no recoil, but at a certain range, it's kind of like, okay, I can't really see where I'm aiming. Because the thing about this, even though you don't have to control the recoil, you still have to like aim correctly. And it's even harder, especially with the muzzle velocity being kind of low. You actually have to account for bullet drop. This is basically just a laser beam with bullet drop. Like that's kind of how to describe it. So yeah, I want to try the Malcolm 3 times on this. I sense that it's probably going to be pretty interesting at long range. All right, so here we are at the Malcolm 3 times. I really like this scope too for like putting it on an assault or not an assault rifle. It's so weird because this is like an LMG. It just doesn't feel like one at all. But yeah, the good thing about this is that it doesn't have any scope sway. So you don't have to like worry about holding down shift while you're aiming at people. I guess you just aim at them. Yeah, I don't know. I would probably argue that this is probably better than the DCL. Unless you don't want to snipe at long range, but I don't see why you wouldn't. I just said snipe like it was normal. Like, yeah, I'm just sniping with this AUG H-bar. I really don't know what to describe this as. This is basically just a laser beam with bullet drop. Like, that's kind of how to describe it. Also, I'm not sure if you see, I think Ruby made a video on this, but they changed the NTW conversion so that you get 35 penetration. That's going to be very annoying when you get killed by it, but very fun to do. I don't know, man. The NTW got so many buffs. So that's going to be interesting. I really do want to look at the snipers in another video. And like I said, I'm planning to make that video tomorrow. Oh, there was 2 people there? What? I'm not gonna lie, Ravad is like a really fun map to try this conversion on, because we get the full long range experience. But yeah, as I mentioned, like, this gun has so many downsides. We'll just go through them again. Like, no muzzle velocity. Well, like, you have some, but it's not that great. You lose a lot of your penetration. You lose all of your suppression. So the interesting thing about, like, this closed bolt conversion is the fact that you get one more, like, you get one more bullet. So instead of 20, you get 21. I mean, I'm sure that'll come in handy, like, one time. Also, this is Mirage, apparently. They gotta stop. I'm really, like, questioning a lot of the test place maps. They just don't seem that good at all. And a lot of you will have seen that they're offering 1,000,000 Robux if you make a good map that's better than Desert. So I really hope that'll mean, like, we get at least one more good map that's not like Metro and Desert and, I don't know, Warehouse. Like, those are all good maps. So, okay, I really want to know though, is this still an LMG or like not at all? How do you like classify this? Yeah, this map is just awful. Like, this is just horrible. Whoa. What are they all doing here? No. Okay, there we go. Bro, it's so accurate. It's just unstoppable. As long as there's no NTW involved. It like doesn't do so hot against snipers, because by the time you can actually get enough shots off to actually kill them, you're probably dead. That's kind of how it works. Because let me remind you, 12 damage. I mean, you get some multipliers, so it's more like, I don't know, maybe a 5 or 6 shot if you hit like all torso shots. You do get a pretty good headshot multiplier though. I think it's like 2.5. So that's kind of a good thing. If I don't know, if you're gonna like purposely aim for heads, maybe it'll work. The good thing though is that you get a lot of reserve ammo. Even though you're kind of running out of mags quickly, you just have plenty of mags in reserve. Yeah, you can really only compete with this at long range if you have a sniper. I think that's the only way to do it. It's not even a problem for people laying down, which is something that I struggle with, because obviously there's a lot less surface area when you're laying down than when you're standing up. All right, that game was pretty good. All right, so time to use this on an actual map now. I don't know if I'm going to stick with this or like choose a different scope, but I think I'm going to try it for now. Oh my God. So many people, like, the damage is not good enough for that type of situation. You can't be like right in front of people because they're just gonna kill you pretty easily. But if you're somewhere where like people can't get to you, then it's perfect. Or can't like easily get a shot on you is what I should say. There's a guy. No, stop. Please. No. I'm so glad the NTW is a high rank, because like I could not deal with that in every lobby. By the way, this should like not be used at close range. It is just not good at close range. The whole point is to be able to use it at long range. Unless they have a sniper, then maybe you can get away with it. Wait, I'm still at 10 health. What? How does that work? I felt like he killed me so quickly, and then I saw my health and I was at 10. How does that? What? I'm still at 100. So I'm guessing your last, like the last shot on you doesn't bring you down to 0 just on the display. They might want to fix that. Oh my. I don't think I missed a single shot there. Bro, I think he was trying to shoot me through the whole like floor, roof, ceiling complex. Okay, just not a problem from that distance. Almost 400 studs. You tried. I don't know. I'm really liking the Malcolm. I think the scope does it justice. Hello? Dude, so many people using the NTW this round. I don't know why you would use the Obrez barrel though. That was almost 400 again. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get like so many kills this round, but it was pretty fun to try this gun out. But yeah, anyways, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, very, very nice. And yeah, I'm just gonna end it there. So I'll see you guys next time.